It's the Sumo Show, the podcast that discusses everything that's going on in Japanese Grand Sumo. Whether you've been steeped in sumo lore since the Heisei era, like me, Stan, or you're a dedicated fan who wants to get deeper into what's happening on and off the dohyo, like our good friend Troy, or you're brand new to the world of sumo and just want to learn what it's all about. No matter how much you know about the sport, the Sumo Show has something for you. So let's throw some purifying salt into the ring, do a few big Shiko foot stomps, and see what's new on this week's episode of the Sumo Show. So konnichiwa, everyone. And Okaidi, welcome back to my co-host, Troy.
Howdy, Stan.
Howdy, Troy.
It's been a minute.
Puppy.
Howdy, puppy.
Howdy, puppy.
Yeah, it's been a minute or two since we've been able to sit together and discuss the world of sumo.
Yes. Well, of course, our usual coverage was waylaid for first of all because I was going to be out of town, and then we had a couple of things we were looking at, and they didn't come together well.
Yeah.
So we just didn't do a lot of coverage for this tournament.
Yeah, we were here in spirit.
Yeah, I mean, we did the intro. We gave everyone what they needed to look at, and now the tournament's over. We're gonna tell you what you should have looked at.
How you should have understood the way that you were looking at the thing.
It's like writing an essay in high school, right? Tell them what you're going to tell them. Them, then tell them what you told them.
That's right. A show, don't tell.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is our show.
This is our show, and we're going to tell.
And we're going to
tell. Slogans of plenty.
So you and I were talking just before the show, and I mean, I watched every day. I was able to watch and keep my usual personal track of how well I did, which was mediocre. But this was a super exciting tournament. And you have not seen any of it.
I have not seen any of it. I just had no time to do it, and but I'm excited to hear more about it.
Yeah, well, it was a very exciting tournament. It would have been. I found myself as I was watching it saying, "Oh, I would have so much to say about this." Oh well.
I love it. Let me know if my audio sounds a little funky. I'm feeling like it's a little low for some reason, or a little high. I don't know. One or the other.
It might be a little low.
Might be a little low? Okay.
Might be a little low.
Boop, boop. Hello.
But it's not so low that I was going to say, Troy, there's something wrong with your audio.
Right. Yep. More subdued.
I'm just checking mine because I just got back in town, and all these things that I usually do, I have to double. Yeah, like my audio is low too.
Oh yeah, it's something
there we go.
With your audio. Oh no.
I just bumped it up.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Something happened and we got a little reverb, but it looks like you all normalized. Exactly. I was doing some VO and making robot voices for a video.
Nice.
Then I forgot that I had done that, and so when I
you come in and say, "We are
sumo. It is me, robot sumo guy." Yeah, it was very robotic, but I think I got it all sorted.
I am Troy, your sumo bot.
Well, so yeah, you gave me a little sneak peek into the twist.
Well, I was reviewing some of the things we did talk about going in. We knew coming in that Hoshoryu hurt his knee a couple of days before. Well, it didn't really hurt it. He aggravated his injury, his knee coming in, and there was no one was 100% sure how he was going to be. And Onosato, of course, hurt his shoulder at the end of the last tournament, didn't do any practice for all of December and most of early January. And clearly in the warm-up matches before the tournament, it was clear he was not fully healed. But he was coming in to fight anyway. So we're coming in with our two Yokozuna, both little question marks over their heads.
Right.
And we had our brand new Ozeki, Aonishiki, coming in. And the question is, of course, when you get promoted to Ozeki, you have a lot more responsibilities. Was he going to be just as sharp as always, or is he going to have a little bit of that Ozeki hangover, which sometimes happens?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really really kind of sharp. So let me see. If I just come over here. Um, we don't need to look at the Bonsuke again. Just let's look at what happened day by day, and we'll
Yeah.
go through it. We'll go through it quickly. So these were the matchups on day one. Right, we see them coming in. This, of course, is the Grand Sumo app, the official app of the Kyokai, which you can get for free, and Apple or any the Android or other uh, app stores. And if you pay for it, you can get extended video coverage and access to more things. But the free version is very much worthwhile. Uh, and we're looking at the Totakumi section, which is a day by day. They show you match by match and who won.
Nice.
So coming in here, we're looking at here. We got the second match right away. Asanoyama's first match back after being down in the lower ranks for the last 2 years. This has been almost 2 full years since the last time he fought in the top division. And so
Exciting. Okay.
um Shishi's did all right last time. We're hoping he's going to bounce back. There's Shodai and Kim Bozan, two people we love. Well, the question was, is Shishi going to keep wiggling his butt? And the answer to that was no. He did not wiggle his butt very much.
Oh no, he lost the wiggle. Good.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah.
But when he loses the wiggle, he loses some of his
he loses his
mojo.
powers. His
Yeah,
powers. He revs it up in the wiggle.
He really does. Yeah.
Yeah. So our opening day, Hoshoryu is fighting Wakamoto Haru, Ichiyamamoto is fighting Onosato, Kotozakura and Yoshino Fuji. Yoshino Fuji, of course, is the former Kusano. This is now his third tournament. He's got to stop bringing it up. He's now Yoshi Fuji. But he's a young, up-and-coming guy who has never had a losing record and is now up towards the top. And we're seeing whether or not he can keep pace and be a mainstay here at the top of the Banzuke.
Yeah.
And Aonishiki starts against Uda. Anyway, let's see what the results on day one.
Let's do it.
Right, so undo it, turn that on, and on day one, Hoshoryu beat Wakamoto Haru.
Okay.
Onosato won, Kotozakura won, Aonishiki won. All four of our champion level guys, all of them won on day one, which should be normal. Shouldn't be a story at all. But the way the last few years have been going, this is actually a very, very good news.
Yeah.
Kirishima also won. Kirishima, we're going to keep an eye on him this tournament. Takayasu won. And Hakuno Fuji, who's doing all right, and then pulls out later on. He hurts himself again.
Oh no!
So, Tommy Fuji loses on day one.
Oof.
Scroll down. Shodai beat Kim Bozan?
No joke. Okay.
Fuji. And Asanoyama lost on his first match back in the top division.
Oof. So, auspicious in some ways, and in others, not quite.
Exciting. So, it's exciting day one. So we go to day two, and on day two, we're okay. So Onosato and Hoshoryu both win on day two.
Okay, all right.
As does Aonishiki, as does Kotozakura. All four again win both of their
very nice
day matches.
Wow.
Uda's 0-2 though, sadly for him. Takayasu loses to Wakataka Kage, so he's 1-1. Kirishima 2-0. Hakuno Fuji 2-0. Tommy Fuji 0-2. Tommy Fuji loses both of his first two matches.
Holy smokes.
So not so
Not
happy.
so good. How's the other Waka? Oh, okay. 1-1, 0-2. So not real good, guys.
Mm-hmm.
The Wakas.
The Wakas. The Wakas are, one win out of 4 matches there on the
Ay,
first
ay,
day.
ay.
Kim Boson manages to get a win. Who else we got here that we're looking at?
Shodai.
Abi's 2-0.
Shodai.
Shodai is 2-0.
2 wins. Okay.
And way down here, uh, where's Asanoyama? I'm missing him. There he is. He gets his first win. He's going against Hatsuyama, who's a young guy who's coming up. Well, not super young, but he's been working his way up, and he's finally made it to the top of the division for the first time. He's someone that the sumo, uh, deep fans have been looking at and hoping for, and he's off to an inauspicious start there. But yeah, so that's what day 2 looked like.
Okay.
Day 3, we'll come back, and Hoshoryu loses to Yoshino Fuji.
Oh my gosh.
Onosato
Okay.
beats Ura. So Hoshoryu's the first of our top guys to stumble, that gets his first loss. Onosato, Kotozakura, Aonishiki all win again to go 3-0.
What are these guys? 0-3. There's so many of them. Ura, Ichiyamamoto, Wakamoto Haru.
I mean, we talked about Ura.
Oho,
Ura's at the very top of
Takanosho.
the Banzuke, and that's just not where he lives, right?
Yes, right. We've
we kind of
discussed.
predicted he was going to have a tough time this tournament.
He's just above, a little out of his band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ichiyamamoto, well, same kind of for him, really. Although, JJ would wish otherwise. I think, yeah. Kirishima gets to 3-0. Atami Fuji notches his first win. What else? Who have we got here? Shodai loses for the first time.
Okay.
Abi goes to 3-0. Shishi goes to 3-0. And Asanoyama gets a second win. He's now 2-0.
Tobizaru, buddy.
Tobizaru 1-2, having a tough time still.
Yeah. Does he seem like he's injured or?
Nope. No obvious injury, but he just doesn't look like. You know what? He's also getting a little older.
Yeah.
Monkeys, the flying monkeys, they.
Yeah. That's
can't
some
keep
point they gotta
flying
land
all the time.
Right.
Anyway, so there we go. Hatsuyama 0-3. Bad start for Hatsuyama.
Yeah. Ouch.
All right, so day 4, come back here, and we see that Yoshino Fuji, who beat Hoshoryu yesterday, he gets 2 gold stars in one tournament.
Nice.
He beats both Yokozuna.
I mean, we know that Hoshoryu gives out gold stars like he's Mario, but that's interesting. It's good. 2 good wins to have when you're coming back up from 2 losses.
Hoshoryu bounces back and beats Ura.
Okay.
Aonishiki loses for the first time. Oho beats him, getting his first win of the tournament.
Interesting. Okay. I got to go watch that.
To Ichiyamamoto, who gets his first win of the tournament.
Really? How funny. I'm looking at I always like to watch the Hoshoryu and Ura matches.
Yeah.
There's something going on there.
Yeah. Takayasu gets the 3rd win. Kirishima's 4-0. Look at him up there.
2 Wakas 0-4. Ay.
Wakamoto Haru 0-4. Waka Takakage 3-1.
Okay.
So
he's picking it up.
Right. Atami Fuji lost his first 2 days, won his second 2 days. He's now pulled even at 2-2.
Okay.
Onokatsu struggling again. Naomi 2-2. Kimbo's on 1-3. Shodai wins again, 3-1.
All right.
Um,
If this is a Shodai Basho, I'm packing it up.
do we got Abi 4-0? We don't have a lot of 4, so day 4 we're down to
Yeah.
just a few here, and Asanoyama 3-1. So let's go on to day 5. We don't
Let's
want to slow this down at all. We want to run through it pretty quickly.
do it.
Hoshoryu gets his 4th win. Onosato gets his 4th win.
Okay. All right.
Hoshoryu, of course, hands his loss to Wakataka Kage. Hakuno Fuji beats Kotozakura, gives him his 2nd loss. But Aonishiki bounces back and beats Daisho. That was an interesting match. That was a fun match. Kirishima loses for the first time. He's now 4-1.
Oh no. Wakamoto Haru. Aye.
Wakamoto Haru. Oh, Wakamoto Haru. 0-5. Not so good. Ura 0-5. Atami Fuji beats Ura to get to 3-2.
What's up with Ura? That's just
Yoshino Fuji, after getting a couple of gold stars, gets another win. Beats Ichi Yamamoto.
okay.
Kim Bozan loses again, 1-4. Oshoma is 5-0. Abi is 5-0.
Aye.
Those are our leaders.
Yeah.
And Asanoyama gets his 4th win. He's 4-1. So he's coming back looking pretty good down there at the bottom of this. Now I'll say, if you go back and watch his matches, he is not looking super dominant like you might hope. Well,
Yeah.
in our dreams, we might hope. But he's looking pretty good, and he's 4-1 to start off his return to the top division.
Nice.
All right, so we go to day 6. Let's look at day 6, shall we?
Let's do
Day
it.
6. Onosato wins. Hoshoryu wins. Aonishiki wins. Kotozakura wins. So what we're seeing is a top of the Banzuke, which is looking strong, like it should.
Yeah, it's kind of yeah.
In week 1, we want our Yokozuna and Ozeki to all have very strong records.
Yeah.
Ura
0-6. Come on.
Ura 0-6. Yoshino Fuji. I mean, he hasn't lost. It's not. He's had tough matches, right? He's had Yokozuna. He's had. He's. That's the problem of being that high in the Banzuke. And yeah, not having a good time there.
No, bummer.
Takanosho also 0-6.
Yeah.
Yoshino Fuji, Hakuno Fuji, both 4-2. Atami Fuji also 4-2. Shodai loses again to go 3-3.
That's about the performance I would expect. I said that's about the performance I would expect from Shodai.
Abi 6-0.
Okay, good on you, Abi. All right.
Mitakeumi's 3-3 there. Tobizaru.
Aye.
Asanoyama loses for the 2nd time. He's 4-2. Day 7. Let's look at day 7. Hoshoryu beats Hakuno Fuji.
Okay.
Onosato beats Daisho.
All right.
Kotozakura beats Wakataka Kage. Aonishiki beats Wakamoto Haru. This is going all right.
It's going all right. Yeah. As
Kirishima beats Yoshino Fuji. So Kirishima is 6-1. Right up there, tied with Hoshoryu and Onosato and Aonishiki. Good old Kirishima. He's looking like good old Kirishima.
Nice.
Ura gets his first win by beating Ichi Yamamoto, who's having a bad tournament too. Atami Fuji gets his 5th win. Right, so he lost his first 2, and he's won 5 in a row since then. Shodai gets his 4th loss. Shishi gets his 5th win.
Nice.
Abi loses for the first time, so he's now 6-1 is the leader. So all those guys tied for the lead.
All right.
Tobizaru 1-6, not tied for the lead.
No, Tobizaru.
Yeah, Asanoyama gets his 5th win, so that's good for him. He's in the group in 2nd place. And that's what day 7 looked like. Day 8, Senchudaku, the middle day. the Sunday of the middle weekend. Onosato loses to Hakano Fuji. Once again, like last tournament, Hakano Fuji came out like it was fired out of a cannon. Onosato seemed surprised by that. And Hoshoryu loses to Daisho.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was a bit of a surprise, too.
Certainly not what I was expecting.
Right? Aonishiki loses to Kirishima.
Okay.
And Kotozakura loses to Oho. So all four of our top guys lost on day 8.
A little bit of a roller coaster for the middle of the Basho.
And Kirishima now in first place. We don't see any other 7-1s on the top half here. Yoshino Fuji is now 4-4. Wakamoto Haru with her Waka brothers are 2-6 and 4-4.
Yeah.
Kim Bozon's 3-5. Shodai is 4-4. This is our midway point, right? It's middle day.
Yeah.
Shodai's 4-4. Abi is 7-1, so he's tied with Kirishima. Asanoyama loses again. He's 5-3. Tobizaru gets his second win. Shishi gets his 6th win, 6-2.
Nice, Shishi. All right.
All right. So that's where things are set up going into week 2. Going into week 2, our leaders are Abi and Kirishima, with Hoshoryu and Onosato and Aonishiki and a bunch of other people at 6-2. Takayasu, who else have we got here? Atami Fuji, 6-2.
Yeah.
Fujinokawa, 6-2. Oshomi, 6-2. Shishi, 6-2. So it's kind of a weird. It's still really wide open. Like we're halfway through the tournament, and it's very wide open for who might eventually be our winner. But all of our big names are right there up in the mix. So
which is what you want. Which is all you can hope for.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, we say that. So we've now got through the middle term, and all right, Onosato and Hoshoryu and Aonishiki all have 2 losses, right? We always look at this and say, you measure if this rest of the tournament goes the way this is looking, they'll wind up at 11-4, right? So usually you want to beat 12 or 13 wins to win the tournament. So someone's going to have a better week too. But right now, we've seen tournaments where an 11-4 has won.
Yeah.
So they're all in it. Let's look at day 9.
Let's do it.
And I'd say, like, it's becoming really clear that Onosato's left arm he's doing next to nothing with it. It's not like he can't move it, but he doesn't want to stress it, and you can tell he's doing all the work with one arm, and he's still beating. He's 6-2 and beating these top ranked guys.
So very literally beating everyone with one arm tied behind his back.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll look at day 9. Day 9, Hoshoryu loses to Atami Fuji. Ooh. Onosato loses to Wakamoto Haru. Kotosaka and Aonishiki get a win in. Kirishima beats Ura, who's 1-8. The Makekoshi there for Ura on day 9. Ichiyamamoto also Makekoshi on day 9. Takanosho, just not so good. Hakano Fuji 5-4.
Yeah.
Shodai 4-5. Kinbozan 3-6. Gonoyama also 3-6. Abi 7-2, so right up there with the leaders. And Tobizaru 2-7. That's not good.
No, but look at Shishi and Oshumi. Is that how to
Oshomi,
say
yeah.
it? Show me.
Yep, both of them at 7-2, looking good.
Fujinakage.
Hatsunoyama gets his 6th win,
Nice.
6-3. Week 2's off to a bang. Day 10. What happens on day 10? Day 10, Atami Fuji beats Ono Sato. So
Oh.
we saw that with Yoshino Fuji beating both Yokozuna. Atami Fuji beat both Yokozuna. So between them, that's 4 gold stars.
Right. Yeah. He's right. That's right. Yeah. Well, he's definitely proving that he's not,
yeah, and
he's withstanding the pressure.
Yeah, he's Atami Fuji looking like the Atami Fuji of 2 years ago.
That's nice.
Hoshoryu snaps back with a win against Oho. Aonishiki gets a win. Kotozakura knocks Kirishima out of his tie for the lead. Yoshino Fuji loses to go to 5-5. Takayasu 7-3. He's very quietly kind of sticking in there at the edges. In the fight, he's tied for 3rd place at this point. Wakamoto Haru and Wakatakakage 4-6 and 5-5. They're evening up, which is really not what Wakatakakage wanted. Ura still only 1 win. He loses to Taisho. Shodai drops to 4-6. Shodai Shishi 8-2. 8-2. That's our leader mark at this point. And I think Shishi was alone at 8-2. No, Aonishiki, Atami Fuji. Yeah,
Was that 3? Yeah, it was like 3.
8-2. 8-2 is the mark right now. So it's Atami Fuji, Aonishiki, Kirishima, Shishi, Abi.
Oh, okay.
And that's it. Asanoyama still in there at 7-3. So we go to day 11. Hoshoryu wins again, beats Takayasu. That was a good match. Takayasu has had Hoshoryu's number. I don't know if you recall the last few tournaments. Takayasu is one of the guys that beats Hoshoryu, and it was a very tough fight. And he had him on the ropes, as it were, and Hoshoryu turned it around. Onosato pulls out a win against Kirishima, dragging him down. Takanosho beats Kotozakura. Aonishiki, now 9-2. He's in the lead. He's 9-2 is our best mark. Uda 1-10.
Ouch.
Fuji is 6-5. Atami Fuji 9-2, tied for that lead. Kim Bozan's 4-7. Shodai gets another win. He's 5-6. Who else we got here? Abi 9-2, tied for the lead. Asanoyama, where's Asanoyama in all this? He's starting to get bumped up. He gets a win. He's going up against Hiradomi. Look at him. He's no longer down there at the very bottom.
Right.
He's moving into the middle because he's doing well. And he gets a win against Hiradomi to go to 8-3. He's tied for 2nd.
As a reward for his good performance,
the reward is that you get to
more pressure
for people.
Yeah.
Shishi also 8-3, though he gets there with a loss. Abi, by beating him, one of those guys was going to be tied for the lead, and it turns out to be Abi. And Tobizaru gets his 4th win, 4-7. So, however, that means here on day 11, starting with day 11, Tobizaru can't lose. His next loss will make him Makikoshi. He's got to win the rest of the tournament to get a Kachikoshi.
Pressure.
Which, yeah. As Billy Joel would say, pressure! All right, day 12. What happens on day 12? Well, Onosato wins. Hoshoryu loses to Kirishima.
Oh, Hoshoryu.
Aonishiki wins, go to 10-2, which is now our leader mark. Abi loses to Kotozakura, so he falls out of the lead. Abi, as we see, also gets bumped way up to the top here. Wakamoto Haru loses 5-7. Wakatakakage wins to 6-6. Shishi 9-3. 9-3. So Aonishi's got 10 wins. Kirishima and Abi and uh, Shishi and Atami Fuji all tied in that second place spot. Oshomi there, 9-3. Asanoyama, 9-3. Shodai, 6-6. He pulled even. Tobizadu wins again, 5-7.
All right. A little bit of the flying monkey.
He only has to win 3 more in a row. As we're coming in, this is day 12. We're going to look at day 13, which is the Friday going into the final weekend. Day 13. And Hoshoryu loses to Aonishiki, dropping Hoshoryu to 8-5. Aonishiki at 11-2.
Now, at this point, is he performing up to snuff, or is you're starting to see some?
I think you see it throughout the tournament that it's just he's not he doesn't look like he's 100%. He doesn't look like he's hurting. Like I say, Onosato, I think you can really see that he's not using his left arm. Koshoryu is just not 100%.
Quick question. So sometimes when there's an injury, you'll see sumo other wrestlers sort of exploit that. Did you see any of that?
Well, certainly people are trying to exploit it on Onosato, and people are trying to get Hoshoryu I saw a bunch of people not trying to stay out of a grapple with him, trying to make him have to move around, and hoping to get an angle on him.
Yeah.
The Hoshoryu Aonishiki fight was a really good one. You should watch that if you get a chance.
I'm making a note of it. Yeah.
Kirishima beat Shishi. Asanoyama loses to Takayasu. There's another really good match. They, of course, had been Ozeki about the same time, back when Asanoyama wasn't Ozeki. And they've had very different careers over the intervening 6 years. But yeah, it was a good match. Takayasu, in fact, Asanoyama looked like he was going to win that, and Takayasu made a really good little on the ropes pirouette, like nice little move to win that.
I love those. Yeah. That's always fun.
Who else we got here? Wakamoto Haru, 6-7. Wakataka Kage, 7-6. Uda's managed to get 2 wins at this point.
Yikes!
Fuji is down at 6-7. 2 of his 6 wins, a third of his wins are against Yokozuna.
Is this the worst that Ura has done ever? I just don't recall seeing him.
I don't think so. I mean, he's been up at the top of the Bansuke before and had some really terrible scores. Abi loses to go to 9-4, but he loses to Atami Fuji, who goes to 10-3. Which at this point, Aonishiki at 11-2 is in the lead. Kirishima is also 10-3. Atami Fuji goes to 10-3. Shodai 6-7. Oh, Shodai. Tobizadu 5-8.
Yeah.
Tobizadu gets his 8th loss. He's now Makikoshi. Oh, poor monkey. Who was it? Someone pulled out. I don't remember who, because we got Kotoeho, Asahakuryu. I can say it there. Asahakuryu is fighting against Kotoeho, who's come up from Juryo for the day. So I don't remember who it is that had pulled out at that point. But,
Was it so? I think you mentioned it. Someone got injured.
there were a couple of injuries, but this was not Hakuno Fuji. I think it's this match where Hakuno Fuji gets injured and he pulls out afterwards, or maybe this was the day that he pulled out.
Got it.
Anyway, we go to day 14, Saturday, next to last day. And Aonishiki, our leader, loses to Ono Sato, who he beat all 3 times they'd met before. So Ono Sato, with one arm, beats Aonishiki for the first time. And drops him back down to 11-3. Ono Sato there, 10-4, in second place. Hoshoryu beats Kotozakura. Abi goes 10-4, beating Takayasu. Kirishima 10-4. Asanoyama's 9-5 as he loses to Wakamoto Haru. Atami Fuji 11-3, tied with Aonishiki for the lead. So this is day 14. This is setting up day 15. So going into 15, the leaders are Aonishiki and Atami Fuji at 11-3, with Ono Sato and Kirishima and maybe 1 or 2 other people who's looking here. Shishi's 9-5. Yoshino Fuji's gone to 7-7. Look at all these 7-7s. There's a bunch of people came to my house.
For those who don't know, when those folks are the 7-7s are the unknown. How are they going to go, up or down? And so Stan invites them all over to his house, and he evaluates their performances very closely.
Tokuzaru gets a win at 6-8. Oshoma 7-7. Onokatsu 7-7. Kimbozan 4-10, not having a good tournament. Shodai 6-8. There it is, the Makikoshi. Shodai Makikoshi. Hatsuyama, we were looking at him at the beginning, 2-12. He came up to the top division. He's going right back down. All right, so that's all the setup for day 15.
Here we go.
On day 15. No, don't look there. You're going to start at the bottom, not the top. So we got here Asahakiru wins to get out of his 7-7. He's up. Hatsuyama finishes 2-13. That's not so good. Asanoyama finishes 9-6. He loses to Shodai on day 15.
Oh.
And it's another one where he kind of had him, and then this is kind of, you see the difference between being sharp, between whether it's ring sense or just being used to fighting against guys who are good enough to pull victory out of defeat. Asanoyama kind of had Shodai where he wanted him, and Shodai pulled out a nifty little move that I bet Asanoyama hasn't seen in 2 years.
Right.
Anyway, Fujinokawa finishes at 10-5. Atami Fuji he wins his match. So that means that if Hoshoryu or if Aonishiki loses, then Atami Fuji wins the tournament. And if Aonishiki wins, there'll be a playoff.
And that's what we like to see, right?
Yes. Shishi loses to go to 9-6. Hiradomi 9-6. Yoshino Fuji 8-7. Kimbozan and Ichiyamamoto both 4-11. Wakamoto Haru gets his Kachikoshi 8-7.
I'm muting for just 1 second.
Hmm?
Continue. I'm muting for just 1 second.
Oho 4-11, not so good. Shuranomi, Takayasu, after being so much in the hunt, in the middle of it, Takayasu had a not so great week too, but he does still finish with Kachikoshi at 8-7. Kirishima finishes at 11-4. Very good finish for Kirishima. He's right on the verge, probably going back up to the Sanyaku next tournament. Aonishiki wins.
Nice.
He wins it. He beats Kotozakura in the Mitsubi no Ichiban, Mitsubi no Mai, excuse me, the Mitsubi no Mai, the next to last match of the day, meaning that there's going to be a playoff. And then in the Musubi no Ichiban, the final match of the day, when the two Yokozuna go head to head, are two semi-wounded Yokozuna. Hoshoryu continues his dominance over Onosaka.
Okay. That's what you want to see.
They both finished 10-5, which is not great, but 10 wins.
Yeah.
Double-digit wins.
Especially when you do some comparing and contrasting of scores.
All right, so we got a final playoff between Aonishiki and Atami Fuji. Aonishiki, who won last tournament, just got promoted to Ozeki, and Atami Fuji, who has finished second 3 times previously, once in a playoff. And it's been a year or two since he's been up in this deep in the mix.
Yeah, and his head must be in it.
Yeah.
To win it.
I'll tell you, it was a really good match. It was a really good fight, the playoff fight, and the winner was
dun dun dun.
Aonishiki.
All right,
Aonishiki wins his second tournament in a row.
Nice.
And Atami Fuji finishes second again. And it seemed like Atami Fuji. He had it's another one of those really great matches where it seemed like he had him, and then an Aonishiki pulls it out.
Very cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out for sure.
Definitely watch that. So there we go. And if I come over here and hit this, oh god, this has been acting weird all day. Come back here, we will see that this is how everyone finished up. Our two Yokozuna both finished at 10-5. Our two Ozeki both had Kotozakura managed, after a strong start, managed to just eke out Kachikoshi. And Aonishiki wins the tournament at 12-3. Our two Sekewake did pretty well. Kirishima at 11-4. Certainly looking like he could be on the start of an Ozeki run.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. That's not what I wanted to hit. Back, I say. Kirishima. Come on. Kirishima Sumo. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to see the Wikipedia. So he finished at 11-4. He was also 11-4 last time, but he was Maegashira 2. So they probably won't count that in an Ozeki run. Maybe, but probably not. I suppose they might, and we'll have to see if anyone even brings it up. But if he gets another 11 wins in March, that'll be 33 wins over the last 3 tournaments.
Right.
Chances are they will say that the Maegashira 2 didn't count, and he's got to do it again. But at the very least, he could be like he's at the start of what could be an Ozeki run if he can keep this kind of performance up again.
Yeah.
For another couple of tournaments. Takayasu also finishes with a Kachikoshi at 8-7. At Komusubi, we see Oho once again gets into the Sanyaku and has a blowout and goes 4-11. So he'll be dropping down. Wakamoto Haru 8-7. I guess he'll probably just move over to the east. And Yoshino Fuji very likely going to get the promotion up to the Sanyaku, which is great for him. Right? Uda dropping down Wakatakage, if Yoshino Fuji wasn't in his way, or Wakamoto Haru had gone Makekoshi, he probably would have gotten it, but he'll
Right.
probably wind up being Maegashira 1, uh, Takanosho dropping, Hakuno Fuji drops, Daisho drops. So Tommy Fuji also will probably be Maegashira 1 next time. Tamawashi finishes 5-10. Hiradomi 9-6. That's pretty good. Fujinokawa 10-5. That's very good.
Yeah.
Shodai 7-8. Gonoyama 7-8. Roga 7-8. Kimbozan, let's not even talk about it. Abi finishes 10-5, so he'll probably jump up to somewhere around Maegashira 7 or 6.
Nice.
Tobizaru 7-8. He just didn't quite get it. Too many losses in week 1, but he won't fall too far. Maegashira 13, he'll still be around next to him.
Okay.
Shishi at 9-6. Mitakeumi 7-8, also dropping low. Ryuden at 6-9. Yeah, they probably won't drop him too far. Kind of unfortunate for the people who are doing well in Juryo. There's not going to be a lot of spaces. Look at the bottom here.
Yeah.
There's no one who did terribly and a bunch of people who did well. So, Hatsuyama is dropping down. He might be the only one. Maybe Tomokaze from Maegashira 13. I don't think that there's going to be more than 2 spots for people to get promoted up next tournament. So yeah. Oh, and Asanoyama finishes at 9-6. Didn't quite get to double digits, but for again, first tournament in the top division since almost 2 years exactly. Not bad.
Not bad. Yeah, this is exciting news for the Basho, and I am a little worried about the exacerbated arm injury because that's just what they do, right? They just fight and fight and fight on it until I don't know what they get a retirement. Yeah.
Well, so I think that if he's smart and they're dumb, but they're not dumb, right?
Right.
I think that Onosato is going to get a doctor's note and rest a lot over the next month. And I say he wound up going 10-5. So
right. Yeah.
Clearly it wasn't so bad that he couldn't beat everyone but the best of the best. Unfortunately, he's got to do that. So, but I think that it looked okay. He didn't seem to hurt it further, which really was the fear.
Yeah,
right. Something and exacerbate the injury.
Right.
That didn't seem to happen. One match, he came out and looked like he had a wince.
Yeah, and that is kind of why I asked you about the had Henry Woody looked to sort of take advantage of that as they had with injuries in the past, but it sounds like they largely left him.
Yeah, I tell you, Hoshoryu in their final match, Hoshoryu came in and locked up Onosato's right arm, which really, that was it. And Onosato looked out of balance and unsure what to do. Hoshoryu really beat him very handily. Today, but like I say, in the end, Onosato is clear to me that his shoulder was not fully healed. But I also, at the end of 2 weeks, didn't look to me like he did a lot of extra damage to it. So if he goes smart and rests it, gets a doctor's note and just rests it for at least another few weeks before resuming training, he could be back again looking a lot closer to 100% in March.
Hey, Sunday morning Sumo show.
Hey, hey,
Sumo
Sunday morning
fever.
Sumo show. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
sumo forever, not fever. Sorry.
Sumo
Yes, sumo
fever,
forever.
Sumo for fever.
Forever a fever of sumo.
Yeah, so it was a really exciting tournament, and Aonishiki wins again. So that's his first win as. So this is the first time since in 80, almost 90 years that someone has come in and won the tournament as his first tournament as Sekewake, and then won tournament at his first tournament as Ozeki.
Absolutely wild. So now, you being someone who's watched sumo for that long, what do you know? How do you compare that? Just kidding. But yeah, this is an exciting time to be watching sumo. There's
It
some
is.
real
It is.
just superheroes that have joined the scene, and it's remarkable to watch.
There's a young guy who had his first tournament. This tournament, um, and he is so promising that they have given him the name of. We talk about they usually wait until they do something auspicious to give them the really great names. This Heya gave him the name of a great yokozuna as a just starting out. His name is Asahi Fuji, and he came in. He won the was it Jonokuchi, one of the lower whatever division he was in, very very low division, and he just blew everyone away. And he's can't make a top knot yet, and
No,
comes
we
out of
talked about this guy.
yeah
Yeah.
comes out of college and amateur sumo, and he looks really good in the way Aonishiki looked really good coming up. But as we know, it's easier to do that. Where do you find a ceiling? Where do you find the point where suddenly now you need to learn something? I don't
Right.
think I don't think he's going to need to learn. He this is another where he came and publicly said his goal is to win the tournament in each division on his way up,
Great.
and he started by doing it.
He started by doing it. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so this is strongest new recruit in history is what they're saying.
They are saying that.
That's great.
Who else? Who else had an interesting tournament? Uh, Enho. I don't know if you remember Enho.
Yeah.
He after after almost having to drop out of sumo, he's been fighting back, and he needs one more tournament at salary level in order to be able to qualify for elder stock. We've talked about him a little bit,
That's right.
right?
Yeah.
And he needed to win. He needed to go perfect 7-0 this
Oh,
time, and if he went 7-0 and won the division, he would almost automatically get promoted up to Jurio, which would mean that next time he would get that final. He'd make the mark. That's
yeah.
what he needs to do. Spend one tournament in Jurio, and he went 6-0, and then lost in a heartbreaker.
Oh gosh.
So he's got another tournament at least. So he's going to be bumped up to just below Jurio. Like he'll probably be Makushita 1 or 2 or 3 next time. And if he can get and he won't need to go 7-0. He'll need to get 6 wins, 5 maybe, and he could get it in March, and in May he might show up on Jurio and qualify for his elder stock.
That's an that'll be an interesting one to watch, and there's just a little bit more at stake that I'm comfortable with, I mean, yeah, he's
Yeah, he's. I mean,
it's
the
doable.
doctors told him that he needed to get a sumo or he was going to be paralyzed.
Oh my gosh.
Here he is.
Here he is trying to get. Yeah, I mean, well, he's trying to secure his future and
Yeah,
maintain his connection to the organization and
yeah,
sail into a fruitful retirement as a member of the team. But that's just really tough.
it's a little crazy.
Yeah, a little crazy.
All right, so we did not have a fantasy Oyakata game. We announced
Right.
that when we realized that we weren't going to be able to do any coverage, and I was going to be out of town and all that. But we had opened the submission form, and we did get two people to submit, uh, and they are two people who've won or finished second before. It was Masutarida and Jackie Skidmore.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
We're big fans.
Masatari in particular asked me if I would tell him how he would have done, what the
Right.
score would have been. And since it was just the two of them,
Yeah.
I decided that um, I would
Give it a spin.
give it a spin. So I worked up. There's a two
Fantasy Oyakata.
fantasy Oyakata, which doesn't count for the all-time records. This is
All
an
right.
exhibition fantasy Oyakata between
Yes.
Masutarida and Jackie Skidmore in Bang. So we see here that the best possible score is 63.
Yeah.
That's if you got wow, that should say Aonishki. Aonishki at 12-3 and a bonus point for uh, winning the tournament.
Yeah.
Kirishima is your Sanyaku level at 11-4, and he got a special prize, so he gets a special point. Atami Fuji, who was 12-3, he had 2 gold stars and a special prize, and
Oh
he
boy.
finished second, so he gets 4 special points.
All right.
Fuji no Kawa got 10-5. He's there, and Abi 10-5. And if you picked Aonishiki and Atami Fuji, you got another 2 points there. All of that would add up to 63.
Okay.
So let's see what we got here. Okay. So they both picked Aonishiki.
Nice.
The Sanyaku level, they both picked Kirishima.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's getting exciting. In the
It
upper
is, it is.
Maikashira level, neither one of them picked Atami Fuji, but Jackie picked Ura.
Oh,
And
Jackie.
Matsutarida picked Yoshino Fuji, who got 2 gold stars and a special prize.
Sorry, Jackie. Ura just was not delivering for you
Oh.
this Basho.
That was a vote of the heart, I think.
Yeah. Yep. I know those feels. I know those feels.
I've made those votes too. And then we had Hiradomi and Roga. Hiradomi is slightly
Roga.
better choice.
Yeah.
Neither one chose Fujikawa. And in a lower division, we had Asanoyama and Chiyoshima. Asanoyama, stronger choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then for the yusho and Jun yusho, and the yusho, well, Masutaria picked Aonishiki. Of course, he also picked him for Jun yusho, so he gets 1 extra point out of that. Meaning the final scores over here are 55-42.
Well, it's a good showing, though. I mean, that's pretty good. That's
both of them are fine scores.
Yes, absolutely. I would at this point be at like something like 30 or 20 or something, but yeah.
So that's Masarida and Jackie, those are how your scores would have been. They're not going. They're not in your permanent record.
Right. Yeah. Just the exhibition match. That's right. The
Yeah,
exhibition Fantasy Oyakata.
but that's how it would have gone.
Well, fun. I'm glad you did that for two of our good friends.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to. It's nice to be nice to the nice.
It's nice to be nice to people who are nice to us.
Yeah. So there we go. That there was the Hatsu Basho. Um,
Very exciting.
very
I've got some
very
catching up to do.
exciting. Yeah,
Yeah, I've got
you
some
should go back
matches to
and
watch.
watch some of those matches.
I made some notes. I'm going to do so. And I picked up on a couple sumo podcasts that are fun to listen to as well. And so
Yeah.
I'm kind of playing them in the morning and yeah. Interestingly enough, a lot of folks do the same thing that we do, which is they just cover the Basho and they don't really do any kind of like,
Right.
it's sumo every Tuesday or something, which is, yeah, I dig that. I will say I do kind of miss the between a couple of the,
I do miss those shows were fun. I mean,
they were
particularly
fun.
because they were, it was a good way for me to help educate you,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, and we could explore some of the things that we would. There's not time to go in depth on
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
during
Yeah.
during a
And I
tournament.
usually, yeah, I'm pretty good at throwing a curveball into the mix, and you're like, okay, then we get three
Yeah,
layers deep, and we're like, okay, wait a minute, let's but yeah, what a basho it was.
it was. It was a
Yeah,
really exciting tournament.
lots of twists, lots of turns, and a lot of worrisome elements too, I would say. At least one that I'm particularly, it's giving me a stomach ache just thinking about. Just hoping that everybody holds themselves together and can manage just
Yeah,
one more basho
yeah,
so they can get the promotion and elder stock and just move along.
yeah.
Yeah, but what's up next for us? When are we back?
Well, so yeah, we'll be back at the end of February,
Hmm.
uh, or early March. I don't remember exactly what the date is. 2 weeks before when the Banzuke gets announced,
Yeah,
which probably, I'm just gonna look at my calendar over here. So that's the second. So yeah, it'll be probably the last week of February.
got it. And then yeah, I mean I'm kind of digging the Sunday show.
Yeah, yeah, it
It
works out pretty
feels
well.
yeah, it does work out pretty well. The cadence is enough that we don't miss too many.
But for our preview shows, we're probably still going to be doing Friday,
Yeah, yeah,
particularly for the last one um, before the tournament launches.
right.
Because by the time Sunday comes around for us, day one is already done. So
That's right.
I
Yeah,
think
we need
we
everybody
will
to get in there.
probably
Yeah.
Chancellor will do a Sunday show towards the end of February, and then a Friday show right before the tournament starts, and then a day one show
Yeah,
and a day 15 show,
I like
or
that.
and a day 8 show. Right, we did
Yeah,
the
day one,
Sunday,
yeah,
day one, day 8, day 15.
yeah, just so it makes the shows shorter and easier to get through. If we're not doing 15 days worth of
Yes, yes,
sumo shenanigans. All right, well, great. So we'll put up all those details. You don't have to remember them, dear listener, and we'll get that up in the Facebook group. Which make sure you're joined up there so you can get Stan's regular updates. Where is that little slate that I made? There it is.
there's
Yeah,
some.
Stan gets he shares news and updates and uh, fields questions and you know what, I was going to check and see how our membership is going because I keep seeing more people joining in and joining up, and hopefully,
Yeah,
friend, if you aren't, if you who are listening, um, get over there, check it out. I mean, it is the evil empire. I get it. I get it. But we are an oasis in the Facebook nonsense. Let me see, Sumo Show. And the good news is, we are the only the Sumo Show on Facebook. There may be others out there in the world, but we're the first and the only on Facebook.
We are the genuine article.
We are the genuine article 171. I like that number.
It's a good number.
It's a very good number. Jackie's in here posting a lot.
Yeah. Jackie sent me a note asking if it was okay if she posted about she didn't want to overstep her bounds. I said, no, it's
absolutely.
It's an open forum. We want conversation.
Absolutely.
Yes. I mean, so this tournament, this Hatsu Basho was strange because a bunch of things fell on both our plates that caused us not to do our usual coverage. But we're here today to tell you there's a minor hiccup. We'll be back next time with the usual number of live streams and my daily updates in the forum and links to videos every day.
Yeah, it's an ebb and a flow, right?
Yeah.
Perfect, my friend. Well, I feel like what was else was I going to say? Oh yeah, just making sure you're liking and subscribing, and share with the sumo friend that you love that there's this fantastic show called The Sumo Show. And you know what? Look for some gifts up in the world. The Sumo Show has some gifts out there of the hovering rikishi, which you can see if you join the Facebook group. It was a little gift. That's right. There's some magic occurring. But yeah, great, awesome. Shall I get these drums out?
I think it's time to get the drums out.
Let me drum it, drum. All righty, here we go.
You have been listening to The Sumo Show, a live podcast about the art and sport of sumo. Your hosts tonight have been Stan Brown and Troy Hewitt. Production by Troy Hewitt. Sumoliering by Stan Brown. And initial charge by Touchy Eye Troy.
Hi.
So until the end of February sometime, when we will talk about the next Banzuke, we say to you, Ciao, matane!
Bye.